I follow these UFC fighters and I admire them for their dedication, their discipline, the years that they've spent. That is where even I admire Jon Jones and Conor McGregor, both of them. I admire them. Okay, and even the ones who don't succeed, who don't win, I admire all of them, because what they do day and night, which we don't see, is what makes them qualify to even sign up for an organization. And I can't throw a punch even if my life depended on it. So nothing but respect to both these guys, Conor McGregor and Jon Jones. Now the first thing is Jon Jones. What do I feel he's currently doing? I feel he's doing a mistake. Seriously, he's doing a mistake. The mistake is, we all have a threshold until which we can be at our peak. But after some time of being in the peak for many, many, many years, you can't hold on to that. You will decline. The human physical body cannot handle it forever. The strain, the stress. Now, Jon Jones, when he was light heavyweight, he was a dominating force, man. From the first fight that he had with Shogun, not first fight, the first title fight. Oh goodness, it was unbelievable. How the hell did he dominate him? And from then on, he destroyed every legend of the sport. He was creative, and he learned this by watching YouTube videos. Imagine. Obviously, he went to a professional gym. But then, as you see his later fights, there he started to win by the skin of his teeth. The last 3 fights, if you check, he didn't win by a dominant fashion. The reason being is, it's not that he is no longer the fighter he used to be. The wear and tear on your body and joints. And yes, the upcoming new fighters, they have so much of data. They literally train their whole lives to fight that one style, That is why Chris Weidman, he beat Anderson Silva. And, if you check all the legends who got defeated, like even Brock Lesnar, he got defeated by Alistair Overeem, because Alistair knew. That time they both were jacked with steroids. It was a different question. So, now the mistake Jon Jones is doing is he's delaying. One mistake what he's doing is he's putting on mass. When you put mass on your body, your organs are put under tremendous pressure. Your aging process increases faster. Check any bodybuilder. That's number one. You become slower. Yes, you become stronger, but you become slower. Check Frank Mir, what happened? Put on solid mass, but he was never the same fighter. That's number one. The second mistake Jon Jones is doing is he's taking his time. You can't wait. This is a young man's sport. The more longer you wait, the more you will not be able to keep it at the peak. Then number 3 is he is trying to have mental, psychological games with Dana White. They say, don't teach your father how to fuck. Dana White has been in the game. He has met the who's who. Randy Couture, Tito Ortiz. He has handled the who's who. George St. Pierre, BJ Penn. All the great legends of our sport, he has handled them. Nobody could dethrone him. Nobody could win the battle against him. Whom he wanted to make them superstars like Ronda Rousey, he made them. But if he doesn't want you, he'll like Cyborg. He doesn't like her. So he'll destroy you. Now, Dana White keeps in touch with people as long as they're useful. He's a businessman. The day you're not useful, bye-bye. With regards to Jon Jones is thinking that he can make Dana White humble. You can't make him humble. And the problem is, Conor McGregor was once in a lifetime athlete, and he agreed to his shenanigans because Ireland and UK was a new market, and yes, he was a promising star. But now if every star starts squeezing Dana White's arm, he will care a fuck. You remember even Conor McGregor at UFC 200, Conor McGregor refused to come for a press conference. Dana White told him, fuck off. And he brought in Brock Lesnar. See, Dana White is not a guy to be fucked. Conor McGregor realized, oh shit, I'm not indispensable as I think I am. He was humbled. So remember, UFC 200, which was supposed to be the premier of this thing, you're supposed to have Conor McGregor. He was supposed to be featured on that card. He got dumped like a hotcake. So, and then Conor McGregor came for the subsequent fights. Same thing with John Jones. John Jones think, oh, he sends a tweet. Okay, I'll take rest for 12 months. Oh, I'll not come to fight. Dana White doesn't give a fuck. He has so much of talent in his roster. He will promote someone else. See, when Tito Ortiz was there, he had so much of fights with the Dana White. Randy Couture was there. They thought after these stars go away, GSP goes away, Randy Couture goes away, Tito Ortiz goes away, UFC is finished. No, UFC continued. They aggressively try to find new talent. Whether it's a reality show, Dana White's Contender Series, or UFC Ultimate Fighter, there is always talent out there. It's a matter of searching. And UFC is still a growing sport, man. So John Jones thinking he can squeeze Dana White is a mistake. You can't do that. And by tweeting messages like, okay, I'm retiring for another 1 year, see you after 1 year. Dana White, okay, fine, retire. Age is catching up with you, not with me. You are losing paydays. And he's bound by contract. I can tell you, John Jones desperately wants to fight. He wants to fight fast, make a shitload of money, and yes, win. Now with Francis Ngannou, will he win? That's even bigger question. Yes, my gut feeling says he has all the tools necessary to win. Francis Ngannou has that one shot that will knock you out. But John Jones, you can be rest assured, John Jones will not stand like a sitting duck to take that one shot. He will keep, crisscrossing the octagon so that he'll never get hit. And Francis Ngannou is not known for his stamina or for dealing with technical fighters. So my pick, one is John Jones will beat Francis Ngannou. But the problem is, John Jones, obviously, being a prize fighter, he wants to make maximum money. But you are negotiating with the wrong guy, the wrong dog. Dana White is a god, and you don't tell God what to do. Anyway, I definitely see the fight happening. Francis Ngannou versus John Jones. I see it happening, but not on John Jones' terms. He's brought in that new guy from Golden Boxing, the CEO of that guy. I see Golden Boy Promotions. I see a deal happening, but it's going to be a deal where not everyone is happy, but everyone's satisfied. That will be the fight I definitely see. I don't see John Jones fighting anyone else. He'll fight Francis Ngannou, but on a terms and conditions agreeable, where everyone's not super happy, but good enough. That's what I feel. Okay.
Hello there. It's me, Jesus Christ, speaking to you from heaven. All right, you? Yeah, you, my friend. Yeah, you. Look, you prayed to me every single day, and you told me, like, I want a better paying job, and I want to, like, change my life, and I want to be happy. Well, look, here's your answer. Contact my buddy, Loy Macedo, of loymacedo.com, and he will do the needful. Well, okay. Maybe he looks like the devil, maybe a little scary, the tattoos and slightly horrible, but, like, trust me, like, okay, he looks terrible, right, but don't worry, he's a cool guy. So, what are you waiting for? Google him. Google his name. Contact him. Yeah, and you'll see why I sent you. Yeah, he's the real deal. And yes, my child, you'll find the answer. This is the part where you stop staring at me and contact the guy. All right. Trust me. Go on now. I got other things to do around here, all right?